everyone. Thank you for joining me here. Unfortunately, I couldn't be live this weekend on Zoom, but here is your 1 hour makeup class, and it will again be the last class in the hip month, so we'll still be focusing on the hips a little bit here. Alrighty, so to begin, we're gonna find a nice comfortable seat, maybe seated on top of the ankles here. If you have trouble with ankle flexibility, just find a nice easy pose, just seated in that kind of like pretzel looking seat. Or just any way you feel comfortable here on the mat. And try and find length in the spine. Close the eyes and take a few deep breaths. We're going to be doing a breathing exercise here in a minute just to start us off. So to begin, empty the lungs completely out. And then on your next inhale, we're going to inhale for about 5 seconds. So slowly fill the lungs up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 2 seconds, tuck the chin. Then exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold again for 2 seconds. And again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really fill the lungs all the way up. Hold for 2 seconds, tuck the chin. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep that going here for a minute. If inhaling for 5 seconds is too long for you, you can do 4 seconds, or if you feel like you can do longer, then inhale for maybe 6 or 7 or 8 seconds. So here we go, keep the breathing going. One more time. Very nice. Open the eyes up. And bring the shoulder blades down your back. Find that straight posture one last time. And then come forwards into your tabletop. So whichever seated position you were in, come on forwards. Maybe rotate the ankles out if you were seated there on the ankles. Add a few little wrist shakes here. Get the wrists a little bit warmed up before we head into the movement. Very good. Bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the ankles. Take a big breath here. Find that neutral spine. Knees under the hips, sorry, not knees under the ankles. Very good. On the next inhale, extend that right leg back. Get a nice base on your 2 hands and your left knee. Then we're going to inhale, lift the left hand off the mat, bring it forwards to balancing table. Hold for 3 breaths. Bring it back down onto the mat. Inhale, extend that left leg out. Get a nice base on your hands. When you're ready, inhale, bring the right arm out and forwards. Hold 3 breaths. Keep that neck neutral or somewhat in line with your spine. Bring it back down through the middle. Here we go, get the wrists under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Here we're not ready to go up and down dog yet. We're just gonna hover here in tabletop. So lift the knees off of the mat, hover. 3 breaths. Lower the knees back down to the mat. Untuck the toes. From here, we're gonna inhale again, add a little bit of core engagement here, and then exhale, bring the leg out to the side. So we're placing it down on the floor. It looks a bit like this if I move so the camera can see. Foot is flat here on the floor. Left knee is still underneath the hip. We're gonna just do a few gentle cat-cows with the leg extended. So only cat-cow as much as you feel comfortable. Here we go, inhale. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round to the back. Press away with those shoulder blades. Inhale, drop the chest, lift. Drop the stomach, lift the chest and the tailbone. Exhale, press away. Keep it going nice and gentle. Only dip that stomach as far as you feel like you can with that leg extended out. Bring it back to neutral. Swing the leg back and around. Come back into normal tabletop. I'm gonna have to shift off the mat for this next side. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Exhale, engage the core. Bring it to the side here. Place it down. Make sure that right knee is still under the hip and wrists under the shoulders. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Keep it going. Two more. Very nice. Bring that leg back around. Come back into your tabletop position. So from here, we're gonna tuck the toes under and peel it up and back into our down dog here. Find that length in the back, press the hips up. I'm just gonna quickly put my hair up. Take a few breaths in your down dog. Bend the knees. Try and sink those heels toward the mat. Get that calf stretch. And then tuck the lower ribs in ever so gently. Feel the stretch in the shoulders and the arms. And breathe all the way down to the base of the lungs. Very nice. One more deep breath. On the next inhale, we're going to walk up between the hands. Come into our halfway lift. Bring the legs right or the ankles underneath the hips. Hands up on the knees today. So find that length in the spine. Maybe you're up here, that's okay. Move back a little bit. Here From here, we're gonna exhale, drop the stomach down and arch the back, just kind of as we did in cat-cow. On the inhale, round the back upwards, exhale, drop. So take it slow, nice flowing movement here. You can bend the knees a little bit further as you crouch down. Keep it going. Remember, your neck is part of your spine. You can add it to that flow. And then on the next inhale, we're gonna round all the way up. Engage the legs, pull the body up, sweep the arms up and around. Exhale, hands down through the middle and to your sides. Take a breath here in your mountain pose. Into my hair. And let's warm the rest of the body up. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down on the mat. We're gonna step it back to plank. Take a breath here. On your exhale, lower the knees down to the mat, shift forwards and down, hold here for a breath. Rest the torso down on the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Come into that low cobra, it's your first back bend. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Come into that down dog. Take a breath or two here again. Relax it out. Breathe deeply. It's always really nice to breathe deep in down dog. Nice. On the next inhale, walk up between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. This one's called Uttanasana in Sanskrit. Inhale, raise all the way up. Sweep the arms up and around. Connect the palms. Exhale, mountain pose. And that's Tadasana in Sanskrit. Start introducing you guys to the Sanskrit names for the poses. Bring the hands down to the sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time add a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down on the mat, step it back to your plank. Take a breath. Next, exhale, knees down to the mat, shift forwards and down, drop to the stomach. Inhale, lift the chest forward, come to that cobra. Engage your stomach here a little bit, press the chest forward. You can press down with the hips as well. And on the exhale, lift the hips up and back, come into that down dog. Again, take 2 deep breaths. On the next inhale, walk up between the hands, come into that halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, round all the way up. Connect the palms. Exhale, bring the hands down through the center and to your sides. Here we go, one more time, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat, step it back to plank. Take a breath. Exhale, knees down to the mat, shift forwards and down. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, walk up between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, round all the way up, engage the legs. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the middle and to your sides. Very nice. All right, sun salutation B. Here we go. Inhale, sink the hips back, chair pose. Exhale, torso over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down on the mat, step it back to your plank. Take a breath. On the exhale, take the modification, bringing the knees down to the mat, or shift forwards and down, chaturanga. So it's kind of like a low plank here. Rest the hips on the mat. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, raise the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. Make sure the feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back to that plank, take a breath. Shift forwards and down, chaturanga, or knees down on the mat. Flip the feet, come into cobra or upward facing dog, lifting the thighs and the legs off the mat. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. Next inhale, raise that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. Feet hip width distance apart. On the inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Take a breath. Exhale, shift forwards and down. We're on to the stomach. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths, building that heat. On the next inhale, walk or hop between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Connect the palms. Exhale, hands down through the middle. Take a breath. Very nice. Inhale, sit back, chair pose. Exhale, torso over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, plank. Doing it one more time, here we go. Exhale, forwards and down, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. On the inhale, rise up, high lunge. Hold for a breath. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back to plank, take a breath. Lower forwards and down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands, come into that high lunge on the inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, step it back. Make sure you're engaging your muscles, keeping it controlled. Exhale, knees down on the mat if you want to take that modification, or shift forwards and down. Inhale, lift the chest. Cobra. Exhale, hips up and back. Take a breath. On your next inhale, walk or hop between the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, release to mountain. Take a couple deep breaths here, mountain. Maybe engage the legs here. All right, let's make our way back to down dog. Inhale, lift the arms up. Add a little bit of a back bend again. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Take a breath. Lower forwards and down. Chaturanga or low plank. Rest down onto the mat, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. Take a couple deep breaths. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. If you need child's pose, you can completely take it now. One more deep breath. Then on the next inhale, we're going to raise that right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the right foot towards the left. Open the hips. Hold 2 breaths. Exhale, step it between the hands. When you're ready, inhale, rise up, high lunge. Hold again, 2 breaths. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. You may need a strap for this or a shirt you can hold on if the hands aren't connecting behind your back. Interlace the hands. You can create like a little finger gun here as well. Point them down, lift the chest. Open the shoulders, open that front side of the body. Very nice. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up again. On the exhale, right hand down on that right leg. Inhale, lift that left arm towards the right. So we're stretching that whole left side here because the left leg is back. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower forwards and down. Drop to the stomach. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. 2 deep breaths again. Inhale, raise the left leg up on that 3rd inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the left foot to the right. Open the hips towards the left. Hold. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Hold 2 breaths. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace them. Use that finger gun. Point it towards the ground. Open the chest. Lift, lift upwards. Release the hands. Raise them back up with an inhale. Exhale, left hand down to the left knee. Right arm reaches up and over to the right. Get that side bend in. Extend that left side or right side completely now. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower forwards and down. Drop onto the stomach. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. My cat's come to watch on his cat tree up there. Maybe he'll come say hi. Take 2 deep breaths. If you need child's pose, then feel free to take it. When you're ready, come on out of the child's pose, or stay there if you need more time, that's completely okay. If you're ready to join us though, we're gonna again inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips to the right. So that might look like this for you as well. Maybe take your modification, it doesn't have to be very open. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. 2 breaths. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace them, finger gun towards the ground. Open the chest upwards and forwards. Release the hands. Inhale, raise them back up. Exhale, right hand down to right leg. Left arm reaches up and to the side here, side bend. Keep that control of the legs. Inhale, reach the arms back up. On the exhale, we're going to swing sideways into that warrior 2. So again, you may need to bring that foot in to give your hips some space here so the knee does not slide inwards here. Bring the arms up to the side and look past that front arm. Hold 2 breaths. Holding each pose for 2 breaths today. Exhale, we're going to bring that right hand down towards the mat. Again, you may need to bring that leg in. You also could use a block here or modification, arm across the thigh. If you're able to reach onto the ground, inhale, raise that left arm up for side angle pose. Oh my God. Exhale, left arm reaches over and up. Stretch that whole left side. Or over and forward. Very nice. Bring both hands down to the mat, pivot on the back foot, step it back to plank, take a breath. Exhale, lower forwards and down. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. If you need rest, take child's pose. Here we go. On the next inhale, raise that left leg up. Bend the left knee, open the hips towards the left. Bring that left foot to the right. Exhale, step it between the hands. On the next inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands down behind the back, interlace them. Inhale, lift the chest forwards and up. Inhale again, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand onto the left leg, right arm reaches up and towards the left. Stretch that right side. Getting into the psoas here. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, peel it open, warrior 2. Again, make sure the knee doesn't creep in here. Move that foot in if you need that space. And raise the arms up, look past that front left arm. One more breath. Then the right arm either comes onto the leg, onto a block, or reach it down onto the ground for that side angle pose. Right arm opens up towards the ceiling here. Exhale, right arm reaches up and forwards, or over and forwards. Stretch that right side. So it would look like this in the modification. Exhale, pivot towards that front leg and on the back foot. Step it back to your plank. Take a breath. On the exhale, lower forwards and down. Drop to the stomach. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Very nice. One more deep breath. On the inhale, raise that right leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Lower down on the left knee. Come into that low lunge here. I should slink back just so I don't creep out of the camera range. There we go. You can swing side to side here a little bit, hang out in that low lunge. Very nice. On the next inhale, rise up. Hands reach towards the ceiling, engage that back leg. Exhale, hands down onto the leg. Press forward. Very nice. Get a nice base here. Place that right hand on the leg, bring the left arm over towards the right. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, back down onto the mat. From here, we're gonna pivot into a side lunge here. So come onto the side of the foot. You can work a little bit higher up here if that's better for you, or maybe slink on down to that full side lunge. See where you're at. You can stay up on the foot here if that's better for you as well as you lower down, but just be gentle. Use your hands to support your weight. Take a breath. If you feel comfortable in this pose, then you can fish around with the back arm, and connect the hands. Big shoulder pump. Lift the chest upwards. And release wherever you are. Pivot back towards the front of the mat. Step that foot back to your plank. Take a breath. This time, lower forwards and down. Onto the stomach, and we're gonna hold cobra for 3 breaths. Here we go, lift the chest. 3 deep breaths. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper than the beginning of the sequence. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Very nice. On the next inhale, raise that left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Come into that low lunge on the other side. Swing side to side here a little bit. Just hang out, open the hips. On the next inhale, rise up. Make sure that weight isn't on the kneecap. If you need cushioning, then definitely take some cushioning underneath the leg or underneath the knee. Exhale, bring the hands down onto that front knee, bend backwards here a little bit. Next inhale, reach the right arm up and over, side bend. Exhale. Arms reach back up, actually. Inhale. Then exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, pivot towards the side into that side lunge. So you can go from here when you raise the knee, just up here, see where you're at. And we'll slowly work on the flexibility to get down further into the side lunge here. If you're able to get here, maybe fish for the bind. So right hand reaches for that left arm, lift the chest upwards towards the ceiling. This is far too advanced for you, just hang out in the side lunge. Sometimes that's just what our bodies need, and eventually, the more you work on it within your limitations, the quicker you'll get here. So what I mean by that is, if you feel like you need to remain in the higher lunge, that's your body's limit, and if you respect your body's limits, especially when it comes to flexibility, then you'll get to your goal, or you'll be able to deepen faster, because we are gently stretching instead of forcing into a stretch and causing little damages. There we go. Inhale, twist back towards the top of the mat. Step it back to that plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower forwards and down. Inhale, lift the chest. We're gonna hold cobra for 3 breaths. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Come into that down dog. Very nice. 2 deep breaths. We'll add one final little standing stretch here in a moment. But first, let's shift on to the sides of the feet here and stretch the left side body. So sink the hips towards the right, keep the torso where it is. Just sink those hips. And come on to the sides of the feet. Get a nice base on that right arm. Don't lock it, but bend it and base on it. Swap sides. Very nice. Back to the middle. Inhale again, raise that right leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Pivot on both feet so they're facing the long edge of the mat here. Exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. So you can bring the hands onto the legs if that feels better. You can rise up, you can bend the knees just very slightly. And if you feel comfortable, interlace the hands behind your back. Try and make that finger gun. Find length in the back. Inhale, rise back up. Pivot towards the front of the mat again, hands down. Step it back just to plank. Raise the hips back, down dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Pivot on both feet, long edge of the mat. Fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. If you're feeling comfortable, bring the arms, interlace them behind your back, and open. You may need like a shirt or a strap for this. Tight shoulders for this one as well. Three deep breaths. Release the hands, pivot back towards the front of the mat. And step it back straight to that down dog. Take a breath or 2. On the next inhale, we're gonna walk up between the hands and bring the feet mat width distance apart. Exhale, squat down between the legs. Keep those heels raised. If you need that, put a block underneath or some pillows if you need to rest the heels somewhere. But if you can feel comfortable bringing the heels here on the mat, then do that. Maybe use the elbows to open the knees a little bit. Get into the hips. Take a few deep breaths. good to inhale, you can open the arm to the right side. Just a gentle twist. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Inhale, left arm opens, left side. Exhale, bring that arm back down. We're gonna raise back up to the forward fold, step it back to the plank, lower nice and gently down onto the stomach. Very nice. Extend that right arm out and forwards. Shrink back here a little bit. And then bring the left leg over. Open the hips here, so touch those toes down onto the ground. 2 deep breaths. Very nice. Legs back. Take it to the other side. So right arm extends, left arm extends out in front of you. Bring that right leg behind, touch the toes onto the ground. Open the hips. Just hang out here, 2 deep breaths. Clean the mat. Bring it back. Extend the arms out, or keep the arms in kind of like 90-degree angle here, so elbows under the shoulders, lift the chest. Just for Sphinx pose here. Then we're gonna bring the hands underneath the shoulders, lift the hips up and back, come back into down dog. On the exhale, bring the knees down to the mat, mat width distance apart if that's comfortable for you, and come back into extended child's pose. Rest that forehead down. Take a few deep breaths. Cooling the body down. And to breathe nice and deep. Inhale, come forwards. Bring the legs together again. Swing the feet to one side and take a seat on the mat. Very nice. So from here, we're going to scoot forwards. Keep the legs kind of bent inwards here for the first modification. So this is modification 1 for this. You can bring the left leg over the right and just kind of hold it here with the hands behind you. Keep that nice sturdy posture. So modification 2, or we're going to deepen in. We're going to try and sit up straight, keep that left leg over the thigh here, and extend the right leg. So if you've managed to get here, you can bring the foot resting on the thigh as well. Then try and sit forwards towards that leg. You'll feel an opening in the hip. This is a good opening here as well, and you can slink the foot a little bit closer or lean down towards it. If you want to try to deepen and extend that right leg. Breathe. Flex the foot. You can also hold on to the calf here if it's too much for you to grab onto the foot. Or use like a belt or even a shirt or a towel or a jiu-jitsu belt around the foot for this one. Release, rise back up, extend that left leg, shake it out if you want to a little bit. Or bend the knees, so bring it back to that bent knee position if that's better for you. And then bring the right leg over the left. So see how that feels. If that's okay for you, then sit down forwards towards that left leg. Feels better, you can also put like a block underneath this knee, something to support it. I love the cool down at the end of the yoga sequence. One more deep breath. Then rise back up. Extend both legs out in front of you again. You can swing them side to side, just very gently. Bring the feet back in, bend the knees, and again add a few little windshield wipers here. You can roll off the hips as well, kind of giving your, a little bit like a butt massage. Just roll it out. Very nice. Scoot the feet forwards and slowly make your way down onto your back. There we go. Extend both legs out in front of you. Then lift the right leg up. Bring it on the inside of the left thigh here. Hold that reclined tree pose, just gently opening one of our hips. You can begin to close the eyes. If it feels good, come into that full reclined tree pose, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, extend that right leg out. On the inhale, lift the left leg up. Bring it on the inside of the right thigh. Couple more breaths. If it feels good, bring the arms down in a cactus position to just get a nice stretch across the chest. On the exhale, bring both hands next to the hips, extend both legs out, point them away from your body here, and relax down into Savasana. So relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. And if you feel like it, then maybe you can practice that breathing that we did at the beginning of the class. You're always welcome to take that option. Not just hold the relaxing, natural breathing in Savasana. Relax onto the mat, melt down. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. deep breaths. Add some movement back to the fingers and the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down the middle, turn onto one of your sides. Take 2 breaths here. And inhale, rise up. If you want to stay in Savasana, you can. This class is on your timer as well. Right. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, rise back up. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for practicing with me. And hopefully I will see you next week when we're back live on Zoom. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, see you next time, everyone.